Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the Art Review series. And today we'll be checking out the work of, let me just go above the clouds. Oh, Super Cider X or Comitia 153. Let me just try this. Oh, I'm Akiwashi, an illustrator. I love Pokemon. Currently working on a cat themed game, Eurolab. Marshmallow and sub for contact. You can check this link, works. So these are their projects, I would assume. Oh, they do have a YouTube. So let me just pause the video because I want to see what it is about. I'm back. So here it is. I think it's a bunch of animations, which they've worked on. So there you go. Let me just hit X. So let's go back. I think I've tackled a couple of artists who draw this way where they do emphasize line art. And they're kind of tight with it. Like it's not sketchy. It's almost like this is the kind of style that's sort of normalized in the anime space because it's very clean. It fits the whole manga look because when you look at manga, it's oftentimes inked, right? So when you illustrate or create artworks like these, it just fits the brand more. I mean, I've seen some stuff where the cover is kind of painted, right? When it comes to like doujin or manga, but these types where you have ink work, it's very clean, very tight, and then you have like is it cell shading? Would you classify this as cell shading? Maybe a little bit, but it's mostly flats. You know what's cool here? Even the shadows in the edges. Let me just show you. It still has some bit of lines in the edges. I want to mention an artist named Cogecha. I think Cogecha is a good artist. Although I think they passed, because I remember reading or doing that episode, and in the comment section they mentioned that the guy passed, so I was kind of sad. I was essentially reviewing like an artist's, I guess old profile, but I love their work, where they do emphasize the line. It can be a bit much, for some, but I don't really mind it, even though it's not particularly a style and approach that I would personally tend to do. It still has a captivating kind of effect, right? And the faces, the anatomy of it, I like it. Obviously, it's very anime focused, but it's pretty. Wait, let me see this. I'm guessing they sell some prints or booklets. Oh, stickers. And free paper arrived. It took 3 hours to put all the stickers in the bags. The bags were stiff and hard to open. My fingers hurt. The back of the free paper has three random types to mix them. I'm guessing they're selling these at a convention somewhere. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So let me just scroll further down. This one's kind of hot. Kind of reminds me of... Well, I actually don't know any anime character that has red hair. Maybe the girl from Demon reincarnated as a demon and he works in like McDonald's or something. Like the night chick. I think she's supposed to be an angel or some kind of angelic figure. I think she does have red hair. So aside from that, I'm not really familiar with. There's also another artist, K something. Okay, I'm gonna restart later. I just installed this Wacom something driver. I'm gonna restart later. K something. I reviewed their work as well. I'll add ... Okay, there you go. Let me just zoom in on this piece if we can. You know, just looking at this from this view, it kind of looks like vector art. Like it's a kind of illustration you would see done with like Illustrator. I do know in CapCut you can create vector art as well. So it's not totally... Wait, let me just see their UI. Yeah, check this one out. The UI is... Yeah, CapCut. But is this a vector art piece? I don't know. What's cool about vector art is you can expand it. Like you don't really have an issue when it comes to size because it's always like consistent. It's like a mathematical equation or something. I'm trying to sound smart, but it's not coming off right. But the thing is, with this kind of style or approach, textures are kind of hard to do. Even their textures have to be sort of vector-esque as well. But the point is they can't be as painterly. So, but you know, there are pros and cons. But I do like this approach. Like you would see this in like a in marketing art usually because it just fits. It's printable. You can manufacture it or put it in any kind of package in different sizes. Like you can make use of it more times essentially. Interesting. I want to focus on their line art. Okay. When it comes to the lashes, they're drawing the outside like it's all one shape, like this upper eyelash thing. Reminds me of another artist. Oh my, I'm actually forgetting her name, but she's a big time. It's not Kay, it's something. Oh my, she's like a super, like everyone knows her. It's a woman, a Japanese artist. Oh my god, it's so freaking over. I'll eventually find it. I'll just say Japanese. Big Japanese. Japanese girl artist. And I'll say, you know her. Zooming in, notice how there's no texture, right? The only thing diverse here maybe when it comes to like the painting or rendering style is this. You have like a soft edge for the lips, but even around the eyes, it's all like hard edged or hard shapes. There's no like blending with a mixer brush or a blending tool. It's all just, oh, another guy, Richard something. D something? My god, my memory is failing me. But yeah. Let me look at more stuff here. Oh yeah, this is the full version, right? At the inkwork, there is no black lines. Or they do, well, that's not true. In the ear, I do see some darker lines. But the point is they do play around with the colors of those lines. Because I think it would be a bit too much if everything was sort of black. Like there's no, like you're not leading the eye as much. Because I think if you look at the line work here, they're kind of consistent. I mean, yeah, there's a bit of line weight variety per line, but overall, it's not like you want to set the hair back a bit. Because if the hair had like darker lines, like close to black, I think it would take away the power of the red. Because the red, if you turn it to gray, it's actually one of the darker colors or hues that has a lot of value or that's heavy in value. It basically turns out to a dark gray if you make it into a monochrome thing. Which is so crazy because when you look at red, it seems like bright, right? So you would assume value-wise it would be light as well. But when you turn it into a grayscale or put it under a grayscale spectrum, it's actually kind of a dark gray, which is so interesting. Let me see this. It's loading like a turtle. Let me just see the time-lapse video here. Oh my, even the video is like taking long. Let me just close some tabs. Wow, it's a high quality photo, maybe it's, or a video, maybe it's because the image quality is big. 1080. Oh, it's not a time lapse, it's more of a book or a booklet of their art maybe, or a poster. Okay, so I want to see how their artwork looks like without the coloring underneath. Look at how clean those lines are. I mean, would you use stabilization for something like this? And look at how the points of some of these lines, it's a super round point. So it's not like a fine, sharp thing. It's kind of bold. There is some line weight in some parts. For example, in the underside of the ear. I think I learned this from inking specifically from comics because I've read a couple of books, art books on like comic inking, and wherever the shadow is, you want to make sure, if you're adding line work, you want to make sure that side has the thicker line. So even though it's not an actual shadow, it makes you think that there is a shadow. Like it just fits that idea. So even if you don't have like a hatching underneath or some kind of colors or flats underneath, even if it's just pure contour lines, if you just make that other side of the thing a lot thicker, it kind of adds a bit of volume. So I think it's a very cool, neat trick. But aside from that, things that are closest to you tend to be also thicker as well. So you want to make those lines a little more thicker. And yeah. Or sometimes the lines on the outside are thicker, but on the inside it's way thinner. It's very like Art Nouveau-ish. The point is there's so many techniques in regards to inking. Or he's cute or she's cute. Who knows? Anyway. Right? Clean rendering, clean. Look at that shadow, that nice core shadow over here. It's not even that dark. I mean, it's obvious that it's there, but it's not that crazy of a value shift. Wait, I do see some soft edges. Could that be a blending tool? Or maybe that's simply from your round brush that has a bit of a soft edge to it? Because I do know you can edit that in Clip Studio Paint. Like your round brush doesn't have to have super hard or sharp edges. You can soften it up or lower the hardness. Like there's an actual setting for that. Nice eyes. Interesting if you look at the line work, it is, colored. So it's not totally black. Which is a common thing too in comics when they do their line work. They do color it at times. I guess it helps make the colors underneath pop out more, because if you have very bold black lines, I think you may have to tone down the coloring underneath, right? So I think when people do this, it's more of a balancing thing. Like they have to consider how it's all going to look like in the end. So they must figure out what to prioritize. Should it be the ink work, the line art, or more of the coloring or rendering underneath? Right? Very clean, very tight, very solid looking. Again, the line work is colored. Here you have purple. Here you have, it's actually like a dark blue. Right? It's just, it's so clean. And what's so tough about these, even though it looks simple, right? I'm using air quotes here. I think this may be more hard or harder for me to do, because there's no like room for ambiguity, right? Like you have to know what you're doing. Unlike painting or impressionistic painting, you can kind of be a bit more vague in some parts, right? But hopefully this is like a process video. We'll see. Maybe not. Oh, it's an illustration book by Akiwashi. Let me just write her name. Akiwashi. Akiwashi. Okay. Oh, it's not a time lapse. It's like a 3D kind of thing. Oh, he's kind of cute. Yeah, bugger. You know what? Maybe this one is a time lapse. We'll see. Oh my god, it's loading like a pig. Oh, there you go. Oh, they had the drawing beforehand. Oh, I think they're using some kind of stabilization a little bit. But look at how this takes a while and you have to be really patient. But the end result is like really good. I mean, look at how long that I would take. It's not like you get it right the first time. Like sometimes you have to erase stuff, redo some parts. Like it's actually almost like engineering in a way. Like you have to be deliberate with your lines, which like there's an artistry to it. And in a way, I do respect it a little more, only because to me it's, I think, way harder than just painting with big shapes or really bold brushstrokes. I'm not demeaning the kinds of art that I actually tend to lean on, like impressionistic painterly stuff. But that's why even though I don't read manga, I just watch the anime. I know I'm one of those people. I still respect the art. I mean, imagine not only are you taking care of the story, but you're also doing the artwork. Or comics too, like doing the ink and you're writing the the script and everything. It's insane. Can this okay? It can load. Oh, it's like a. I'm guessing they're showing how it looks in with the wallpaper. Kawaii. I forgot what kind of dog is this. I think in certain like when you look at it from above or behind, they kind of look like a loaf sometimes. I mean, I know cats can do it, but I think this kind of dog can because they're just chubby and kind of like a loaf of bread. He kind of like this character over here, the gray hair guy, kind of reminds me of the guy from Jujutsu Kaisen, the one who can't speak. Well, they can speak, but they have their words of power, so they kind of have to be careful with what they say. Yeah, that guy. Or it could also be the guy from that one anime where you know something. Basically, this crazy pink-haired chick was from a different dimension, and then she went back, or maybe a different timeline, and she went back in time to sort of save this guy with a beanie, with an orange beanie. And something about cell phones, but turns out in the end she's like a crazy. I mean, she genuinely loves him, but she's just crazy. Like she's just like psychopathic tendencies. But in the end, it's like a love story, which I did see. I forgot the name. But there was a guy with gray hair, kind of reminds me of him, or maybe the guy from Evangelion. Maybe he wasn't. I don't think he was in the original series, but maybe in the rebuilds or something. He's kind of. I don't think he's necessarily gay, but it's giving gay. Like he was kind of flirting with was it Shinji a little too much? I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh, there you go. Although I do know with the Yuno one, I forgot the name, but the Yuno chick, like I think her name is Yuno. Like she got so jealous because the gray-haired guy, kissed the main guy with the orange beanie. And hot actually. Anyway, let's focus. Right, it's a pretty face. And even if you can tell they're different characters, there's sort of like the way they do their eyes. There's like there's something about it that looks so similar. Like you can tell they have a style, right? Yes, proportions, the way they ink it, draw it, the way they color it, the expressions that they make. So this is the version without the colors. So I am seeing some gray stuff in the background. So this may be the sketch, and then this ink part you're seeing now is the final sort of thing. Which is it's a process that takes time, but you know that's just how it is. Now for someone who's kind of impatient like me, hey, what's going on? Oh. Okay, she had a cup. I thought of something else. Oh, I'm so cooked. My brain is just freaking fried. But yeah, I think once they have the drawing done, like they're not really into adding textures with the coloring. It's mostly just flats. I think the biggest part of their artwork is really the line. Oh shit! I take it back. There's a bit more rendering for these two, right? Interesting. Because it's not exactly flat. There's already like a painting thing happening here. You can even see the brush spacing happening. It's a round brush. Pretty cool. And look at how they were able to suggest the reflections or the highlights of the hair. Pretty cool. Instead of painting it in, they do it negatively where they add the shadows and they leave in parts for the highlights to show. You can see how the face is a bit more painted. You can see the back and forth kind of strokes. But here's the thing. They still have the inks in, the line art in. Very interesting. Same thing for the neck. Look at how this clav, or what do you call this? It's the thing that goes from the back of the ear to the mid part of your neck. It's like two muscles that help you rotate your neck, I think. Very interesting. Let me just zoom in on this. Wait, let me just drink some coffee because I'm so thirsty. Right? Look at that. Yeah, they can paint, but the fact that they're still leaving in the line art means they're not planning to remove it. They do want to show it off. And the rendering really just brings more out of it. Now this one's a bit different. It's a kind of line art that's not like this, where it's an ink style. Or you can tell, usually you can tell the brush they're using is different, but also it tends to be darker. Sometimes they will color the black lines, but this one is a bit different. Yes, there's a line, but it's more of like, it's a line that's painted in. That's my vibe. Like instead of using a negative shape, for example, you could have just made this background way lighter or something. And the difference in color, the difference in value, that's what will define the edge. For some artists, they do like to define it by just painting a line or drawing a line on top of the painting. And oftentimes the brush they use for these lines is the same brush they typically use for painting as well. So I'm guessing it's still the round brush, some kind of round brush, basic round brush that has kind of a fine point to it and some opacity, and they're using that as the line art. In the end, even though there's line, it's gonna look a little more painterly, only because the line isn't too like sharp and like it feels more easily blendable with the colors underneath. For example, right now, if you look at the neck, look at how painted everything here is. Like you don't see line, right? Like you can see this, the Adam's apple a little bit, like the throat, and the clavicles here, but it's not drawn in. It's suggested via values, so it's more of a painting. But on the outside of it, that's where the line is. So when you do this kind of approach, oftentimes the insides you don't really see lines. Unlike this, where sometimes you will see lines on the inside of the overall shape, right? But for these types, it's mostly on the contours, and then everything on the inside is more painted. Pretty cool. I do like it. I like it. So I think I'm going to end the review here because I think we've gone for 20 minutes-ish. But yeah. Lots of pretty people here. She kind of reminds me of that girl from Dandadan, the recent one. The class president who was trying to stand up for Okarun. Kind of hot, actually. I mean, I don't know, because I think we are missing a bit of a librarian type of character. Because I think both... What? I forgot her name, the brown-haired girl and the pink-haired girl, they're so crazy, or they're, when it comes to their energy levels, they're pretty much on the same level of intensity. So I think you kind of want a character that's a little more tame, a little more like reserved, and I think she's a good... I'm not sure if she will play a role, but I do like her presence in the new or recent episode. Anyway, I want to end with this, or these two. I was gonna end the video, but let me just, because I wanted to check this one out and this one. So I'm assuming these are sketches, but these are really good sketches, like defined. When you draw things this way, I'm not sure if this is like first draft, maybe, who knows. Wait, maybe there's a guy named, is it Sakura something? I have to check Sakura. I don't know, why shouldn't work. They draw a lot on their iPad, and it kind of looks like this. I think this kind of approach where you draw things in ink immediately, it just helps you develop confidence way faster. But I'm not sure if they drew this from one go. Or maybe they had like a pencil stage or a rough sketch underneath. Hard to say. Let me end with this because I think she's kind of cool. And with the eyes here for this one and this one, they're so pretty. Okay, I can't stop checking them out. Oh, look at how she's winking at you. Kawaii. Baka. I mean, look at those eyes. You know, I think I did tackle an anime artist as well who focused more on portraits too. Kind of like this. Oh, she's so pretty. I'm so lucky. Like every face here could be in the black pill edit. Imagine getting mogged by these anime people. Yeah, very bold. This could be like for a webtoon, like the way it's colored. Right? It's simple, but it's bold and effective. But it's also like not there's no nuance. Like everything is just straight or sorry, nuance is not the word. It's nothing is vague. Everything is deliberate, which is kind of hard to do for me anyway. But I do like the line weight variety. Look at how some lines are thick on the outside, the contour, on the outer like corners or areas, and then on the interior sort of side, you get way more thinner lines. And if you look at the lines in the face where the light is being like displayed, you have a little bit of a line there, but it's not black. It's kind of a dark purple or some kind of purple or red. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and they're using gradients. You can tell in the hair, but yeah, so I'm gonna link this page in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.